And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That game that we've all been waiting for. The culmination of the last 3 hours, pretty much, or 2+ hours of gameplay. It is the crowning best of 5. That 5th game in this best of 5. The tiebreaker between DoV Chaos and SFAD. Winner of this game will win the Demacian champion title here. I'm Random Minion Caster, and it has been an absolute pleasure to cast this roller coaster of a series here. And for game 5, we've got DoV Chaos on the blue side. Every single team who has had side selection has opted to pick blue side here. So blue side, a huge advantage to both teams. SFAD on the red side. No changes to their roster, but plenty of changes to their picks and bans. DoV Chaos banning out the Set, Senna, Ashe, Lulu, Yuumi here. For SFAD, they're banning Corki, Rumble, Thresh, Fizz, and Echo. And now that we've gotten into it, the picks, DoV Chaos going with the Caitlyn, Braum, Ornn, Fiddlesticks, and Pantheon. They had great success with the Fiddlesticks, and Caitlyn has been the key to this series. And SFAD opting not to ban it. They're letting that one through. We'll have to see if it pays out, because so far Caitlyn 3 for 3 in terms of winning games in this series here. SFAD, they're going to keep on with the Yasuo composition here. They think it worked for Unknown Temptation, and they want to keep on doing it. They picked the J4 once again. Ezreal, Yasuo, Cho'Gath, Lux here. So slight variations as Lulu and Caitlyn were taken away from them. But they still have that long-range safe ADC in the form of Ezreal. They've got bindings and long-range artillery as well from the Lux, from the North Wolf as well. And that tells me that they're actually looking for pressure in that bot lane separately here to try and keep DoV Chaos down. And in terms of compositions, well, SFAD's is tried and proven. They've got themselves a Yasuo composition. Rupture from Cho'Gath, Flag and Drag from J4, as well as the knockups from Yasuo himself. So it's going to come down, I think, again to that early mid game. Can SFAD find the fights they want? As for DoV Chaos, I like the Fiddlesticks. I like the Caitlyn. Ornn has been questionable for Truedoc. It's been more missed than hit so far in the series, but it does fit the composition well. My huge question mark right now is going to be on that Pantheon here for Doifin Judas. Can he, what really can he do? He's all-winning on the lane, and yes, we saw him win the lane, kind of, well, not really. With the Akali last game, he didn't really out-and-out win it. He actually ended up down in CS, which was kind of a problem because Unknown Temptation really did pop off late there. And the question now is, can the Pantheon keep the Yasuo down? On paper, it kind of works, but they're both melee champions here, so I actually don't think the Pantheon pickup was necessarily the best pick into this particular matchup. But either way, we'll have to see here how it ends up playing out. Because as much as we can talk about it in picks and bans, it's going to come down to the fight onto the Rift here, which we too have just joined onto. DoV Chaos on the blue side, SFAD on the red side here. Winner takes all. And we saw passive starts in the first 4 games. Looking like we might see some invades here for game 5. It's starting off spicy here. Both teams looking for that bot side here. Both invading. They're not actually going to see each other. They're into each other's jungle now on the bot side. No wards left behind either, so nobody's going to see a thing right here. And if we take a quick look right now, this is what DoV Chaos sees. They drop an effigy. Nope, the effigy's from Sonic Abs actually. So just nothing at all. And then you look over to the side of SFAD. They're all sticking around for now. But Sonic Abs about to walk in, and Cassidy showed! But it doesn't matter because Sonic Abs was not in position to get out. Even though Cassidy showed, Sonic Abs still gives first blood, and that goes over to Unknown Temptations. This is going to be absolutely brutal. That mid lane, you pick a Pantheon to shut down a lane, and that's just horrifying. No-Fi Warden about to walk in. They didn't learn their lesson. They thought people were out. They were not. Rookter now picking up a kill for himself. And that's 2 kills early going on to SFAD here. This is the risk of that level 1. Sonic Abs coming in. He's looking for the smite. He doesn't get it. Instead, he gets rooted up. The Flag and Drag coming out. He's looking for the flash, but Rookter gets another kill. That's 3 for 0 in the first 2 minutes. Can things go worse from DoV Chaos? A double kill for Rookter. The first blood for Unknown Temptations. And now an early flash blown by Judas in that mid lane here. This game 5 of the finals is starting out much spicier than we expected. all series long I've complained of the lack of level 1 action. Well, we're getting it in spades here right now in game 5. And while I expected it to revolve around the mid game, we might not see it get that far. For now though, Truodoc and Cassidy going at the top, and that's the one lane which hasn't gone completely sideways here for DoV Chaos. But the problem is Truodoc has not yet won a single lane really against Cassidy here, and we already saw Cassidy dominating on the Cho'Gath. So I don't know that this lane that didn't go down for them is going to work. Exhaust coming onto Judas, an early solo kill. It's not even first blood anymore. It's early solo kill. Front Unknown Temptation followed up shortly by Cassidy in that top side with J-Star helping out there. That's now 5-0 right now for SFAD at the 3-minute mark here with a 2,500 goal lead. It's absolutely massive. That being said, we can't count DoV Chaos out yet because SFAD has shown that they have the ability, the propensity even, to throw a little bit come the mid game. So if if DoV Chaos can just hold on for now, just reset a little bit, don't throw too much. Yes, there's a lot of gold the way of SFAD, but it hasn't been translated into items just yet. So if they can just slow things down, they'll be just fine here. We do see the first backs coming out here. Unknown Temptation starting with the Berserker's Greaves immediately here. Tier coming out for Rukter as well. So not necessarily the biggest buys, won't necessarily swing the lane as hard as otherwise might have. And that's DoV's saving grace right now. Judas coming in to back up Sonic Abs, but it might cost him his life because he has no flash. Flag and Drag comes out. It's good. The shield comes out. Will not be enough. And that will be yet another kill. Dolphin Judas having the roughest start to the game that this series. He's down 0-2 already. He was just trying to save his jungler, and he will end up paying the price. North both looking for the side. The binding does not land, but the slow will. They just get a little bit of poke here onto Sonic Abs. Not a big deal. But Sonic Abs stuck in the mid lane trying to hold this one up for now, while J-Star was able to pick up the Scuttle and is now looking at the top lane as well. He's going in aggressively. The Flag and Drag comes across. Does not quite land, but he's still getting a bit of poke down instead. And this is going to continue giving Cassidy a bit more pressure in lane. Despite getting that solo kill in that top, or not solo kill, getting an early kill, pardon me. Cassidy is actually down CS right now, which is a little surprising, a little unusual. And it's a good sign for the side of DoV Chaos that Truodoc is able to sort of try and find leads here. Because he's going to be who they have to look at. Their mid and jungle were completely shafted. Their bot lane didn't go down, but you look across and Rukter is 2-0-1 already, starting to stack the tier way early, which is a huge problem. Normally, Ezreal known to be a bit of a weak ADC, especially against lane bullies such as Caitlyn, but normally that's due to the fact he doesn't have enough mana early, doesn't have enough damage. With the tier, he negates some of that weakness, and he can just poke for days instead. You have to be careful of taking damage though. North Wolf going to take a bit damage there. Topside though, Flag and Drag comes down. The Rupture does not manage to connect, and Truodoc gonna burn his flash, but is still alive for now. And every time J-Star ganks that top lane, if he sticks around, he's actually draining some experience here from Cassidy. So while it's great that he's trying to apply pressure, he is losing a bit of time and experience as well. That being said, we do see Truodoc getting a little low, and now the binding does manage to land. They can't quite get in range. Rukter going to take a turret shot for trying to punish here. But Judas with, Dolphin Judas with that heal, going to be fine for now. And we do see now the ganks coming in. Sonic Abs running in with that Predator Fiddlesticks here. Can he get enough? The flash from Rukter will make it out safe. And that was a two-man gank coming in as well. Judas roaming down from the mid lane. They don't find anything. They do manage to blow the cleanse and the flash at least though, but they might lose out the Inferno here as SFAD boldly starting this one up here. And they will be able to get it. Sonic Abs is only level 4. His start to the jungle has been extremely rough here. Is down a level from J-Star. Now he's getting invaded. They're returning the favor here. Unknown Temptation and J-Star have the timer on that. They're going in. Flag and Drag to interrupt the drain. And that's a very dead Scarecrow. 0-3-0 now for Sonic Abs. Just absolutely brutal. Where can he go? What can he do? He needs to find ganks, but he can't quite. The flash, flag, and drag to start up the last breath. The shield comes up, but it was kind of facing the wrong way. Does manage to nullify a bit of damage though, and that's mid lane. Nothing really burnt. The exhaust and the flash traded here. Top side, TrueDog actually finding the solo kill onto Cassidy. He's doing well for himself here. I think Cassidy playing maybe a little disrespectfully, possibly. I'm not been watching their lane, so I don't know what on earth happened. But TrueDog, despite not winning any of his lanes in the series thus far, is coming in clutch right now in Game 5. And that's really the series that matters here. Because winner takes all, and everything that's happened before doesn't matter. You've had a bad start, and you need to find a way to keep your team in the game here. And so far, DoV Chaos has done a good job since the early game thus far. In the last 4 or 5 minutes, have not given up any other sort of major kill leads here. But we'll have to see if that continues, as we do see the Cataclysm being thrown to top lane. TrueDog nowhere to go, will get feasted down. That's a very, very dead Ornn. Nothing he could do about it. The moment Jacer got him in the Cataclysm, he was guaranteed dead. And Jacer 1-0-6 right now is fairly strong, hitting 6 earlier than expected and up almost 1,000 gold. And if we do take a quick look at the gold leads, mid lane, Unknown Temptation up 1,004 already, bot lane 1,002, and jungle almost 1,000. That's a rough one here for DoV Chaos, because those are the carries. Rukter and Unknown Temptation are the ones that usually close out the game here for SFAD. And for Judas in that mid lane, he's buying a Fairy Charm and a Longsword. If he is going, and I hope he isn't, going the Manamune Pantheon build, he will not come online till about 20 minutes plus here. Probably closer to 30 with how far behind he is right now. He does buy Ninja Tabbies, but he's down in terms of damage. He will not really have the threat onto Unknown Temptation here. And if there's no threat, Unknown Temptation can just constantly keep him shoved under turret, just punishing him all the time. As for Sonic Abs, he's not yet level 6. We're starting to see the bot lanes hit 6 already, but Sonic Abs still not there, and that's going to be disastrous for him. Rukter even actually level 7 already, so that's even worse here. He's got quite a bit of an advantage. We do hear Herald go down, and that's going to trigger the gank into the bot lane, knowing that there's no one there to help. Rukter getting collapsed on here. He's trying to use everything he can, but no flash available this time. The Arcane Shift will not be able to save him. True Shot Barrage comes down for a bit of damage, but will not find much really. Rukter finally going down there, a good gank, and it's going to be Dolphin picking that up with the bounty, so that's good. But they do sack the mid lane, because as soon as that happened, the Herald drops. Unknown Temptation and Jacer have more than enough damage. They're going to get a charge up into the mid lane as well. Are they going to look to get even more damage? Yes, they are. Sonic Abs running up from the side as fast as he can right now, but he's going to be too late. That inner turret already down. 2 turrets down. Crowstorm coming in. The Fear comes across. Jacer going to get slow for now. The Flag and Drag coming across. That's going to be 2 getting caught in that last breath. The exhaust coming out a little too late there. Is Lo-Fi Warden going to go down? Yes, he is. That's a double kill for Unknown Temptation. And now we have the 1v1 into the mid lane here between the 2 mid laners. The knock-up comes across. The shield might nullify damage, but it will not nullify the knock-up here. And Unknown Temptation able to get out. So that's a 2 for 2. And again, the one I think who loses out the biggest there is Sonic Abs. His Sonic Abs now just hit 6, is dead again. He's got no time to farm whatsoever. Jacer has been not farming that efficiently, so he's not that far ahead in terms of camps taken. But he is ahead in terms of kills and assists. 1 and 8 compared to 0, 4 and 2. That's absolutely massive for Jacer here. Just as I was praising DoV Chaos for not sort of giving up and just dying and exploding the lead, it happens. The lead suddenly doubles here at like 4 minutes after their first 4,000 gold, 3,000 gold lead. They're suddenly down 6,000, and that is extremely rough for them as well. We are seeing Rukter potentially getting ganked. The Arcane Shift's coming out really, really early here. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Dolphin Judas is here. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. And now he is liable to go down. Arcane Shift's cooldown is so long here. He flashed it and they get the kill. Rukter going down, and this is where SFAD tends to struggle a little bit. They do tend to sort of throw a little bit when they are in the lead, and it does show up there as Rukter ends up going down once again. Does go back, complete the Manamune at least, so we'll have that stacking, and we are going to see the Ocean Drake go down here for SFAD. I don't think Sonic Abs has any hope in hell of taking that one. It will go down. The Feast going to secure that one. Feast in the early levels does way more true damage than a Smite. So there's really no chance for Sonic Abs to get that one. And that's going to be two of the most important, most powerful solo Drakes going over the way of SFAD here, Inferno as well as Ocean. And they're going to be able to take down this outer bot lane turret. But we are seeing a teleport coming in from Truodog. They are looking for the 5v4 engage. This is the best shot they get. Flag and drag to try and escape means that they will not have to knock out a beautiful wind wall to stop the engage for now. But Cassie looking like he's not going to survive this one. Final Spark comes across. Jacer able to pick up Sonic Abs. This is so squishy. Unknown Temptation goes down in the midst of all of that. He dove in deep and did not find anything at all. Judas trying to find what he can with the Grand Skyfall, but has to be careful. Did get forced to flash out immediately. He was also low here. And after all is said and done, it's just only going to be a 1-for-1 here. The advantage though going to DoVC Chaos as they do manage to pick up a 550 gold bounty. The issue is it goes on to Braum of all people. Lo-Fi Warden picking that one up instead of one of the carries. And to be fair, I mean, in that scrum, everybody was just trying to pop out damage, keep Yasuo dead before he pops up and kills everybody in sight. So they didn't have the ability, the luxury there of giving it over to the carries. And getting the kill is better than not getting the kill at all. Rookter on that top side, pushing the top side. Going to get himself one, possibly two more plates. Can he do it? The plating is about to vanish. He's got a little bit of time here. Timer's almost there, almost 14 minutes. He will be able to get at least one more plate for himself, and that's going to give him a nice bit of gold. Bot side, Cassie and Northwolf going to be able to take down this bot lane turret as well, and that's going to put SF80 3-0 in the lead for turrets. The turrets are barely scratched here. You can take a quick look, more than 90%, almost full here, and top side, the only one taking a bit of damage, about 70% left on that one, so they're perfectly fine here. And SF80 just running over DOB Chaos right now, and you can't say it's so much macro, it's just that early game just completely shafted DOB Chaos, and they've not been able to recover ever since. If you're gonna pick a Pantheon early, you can't afford to fall behind like that here. Unbreakable is getting cancelled here, and the wind wall to stop the hit shot as well, so nothing really acquired, and they're gonna look like they're going to try and brute force this top lane turret here that's down at about 30%. The knockup coming across from Jace to the flag, and Drag just barely catches him. And we do see now Sonic Abs waiting in the wings. The Crow Storm will be charged up most likely. There we go. Judas going in, and he's going to flash and try and get the fear, but it's not quite good enough. Flag and Drag coming across. The True Shot Barrage stopped by the Unbreakable here, and they're all caught in the Cataclysm. Jacer going down, and then Northwolf able to snipe Sonic Abs in the back. And can they find Judas as well? No, they can't. And it's going to be a 1-for-1. Cassidy now coming up to the top side. He did get spotted, and that's why you see the side of DOB Chaos just running really, really far back rather than trying to base safely. Truodog, however, on the other side, is getting some alone time. Will not be able to take the turret down quite as quickly, but it's not like he could help topside anyways for now. Doesn't have teleport, and now the question is, are SF80 going to push in for this inner turret here? It looks like they will, and if they do, this is when Truodog needs to go back, but it looks like no, it's just Rookter and Northwolf sticking around to get a bit of damage here. Not the worst, and the burst coming out there. Dolphin has to respect the damage coming out of Rookter here. His poke does chunk onto carries. And Herald being taken at about 16 minutes here will be nice. It will be a very late Herald, and the later the time goes, the more damage Herald does when it charges. So that's going to be nice for them. Northwolf has to know there's a ward there. Yep, they're going to go clear it. They're sending Rookter in with the Arcane Shift. He can safely get out, disengage. And that is going to be Herald going going SF80's way, while the bot lane turret goes the way of DOB Chaos here. And they finally get themselves on the board in terms of turrets. They get a small break to catch their breaths here, but if you're DOB Chaos, you have to be scared, because this little short break here comes at the expense of SF80 spending all the gold they just got here. GLP completed actually no, Cassie hasn't got back to buy yet in the jungle. It's going to be the Tiamat coming out, as well as that Cinder Hulk here for Jacer. He has been that sort of frontline tank to initiate these fights, so having that Cinder Hulk, having a bit more armor and health as well will be nice. Unknown Temptations completing the IE and the Phantom Dancer here is going to be great. A lot of damage. Ornhorn sounding across. It does catch Cassidy. Cassidy not tanky enough yet. Will get caught by the knockup as well. The Brittle coming in, And we do see the Predator from Sonic Abs. Are they going to be able to get Cassidy? No, they aren't, because the cavalry has arrived. Unknown Temptations here with Jason. Here's Jason looking for it. He gets the flag and drag over the wall, but nobody gets knocked up whatsoever. Has to be careful here. Truodok looking for the re-engage. Will not find it. And Jason dropping Herald here. That must have been a mistake. The flag and drag coming across will again not find the knockup. And it's going to be Sonic Abs coming over the wall with the Crow Storm, only to get burst down immediately. Grand Skyfall coming across. He gets exhausted mode. He shows up, does manage to find Jason, but will go down in exchange. The Unbreakable coming across. Is it going to be able to be enough? It does stop anybody from going down for now, but True Shot Barrage comes across, and that will now be True Dog going down. Only Lo-Fi Warden and Dolphin Judas left alive, but they're both so low here. There's no hit shot this time. The True Shot Barrage already came out as well, but Rookter could look for the burst. Shelly doing work, pounding away at the turret. It's going to get taken down really low, and they're going to die past the turret. The binding lands. That is going to be Lo-Fi Warden going down. The last auto will be enough, but Sonic Abs has finally respawned. He's only level 8, so he respawns extremely early. Will not be enough to stop anything though. No Crow Storm available. His Sphere not going to do anything, and a beautiful Mystic Shot does just barely manage to tag Dolphin there. That's another one going down. 10 kills in favor of SFAD, as well as the Mountain Drake once again. We started with the mountain map, and now we're going to close out the series here with another mountain map here for SFAD. And sure, it's not the greatest the greatest soul to pick up, or the greatest soul to, the Drake to stack, but it does give them that much more resistances. It's going to be that much harder to get the bounties off of SFAD, and it's going to allow them. And honestly, health actually is scarier than damage when you're already ahead, because you already have enough damage to be scary. Getting the additional health just means that you can't be killed instead. Just really scary stuff here coming out from the side of SFAD as Sonic Abs get caught once again here. The Tornado, the Whirlwind not gonna land, but they don't need it. Spear might land. They just need that one more auto. The Unbreakable keeping him alive, and somehow Sonic Abs makes it out there. They don't manage to kill him. I can't believe this, but it is still going to be Sonic Abs forced out. Now Baron coming up in about 35 seconds, and each time they do this is more time Sonic Abs falls behind, unable to farm, unable to catch up in terms of gold. Taking a quick look, he's down 2,700 gold right now. It's the not the highest deficit, surprisingly, as the mid lane 4,000 gold deficit, bot lane another 3,000 gold deficit. That's really rough here. And Truodok, the only one without a deficit here, getting caught out by Jason and Unknown Temptation. They have more than enough to just shred him down. Lo-Fi as well, the final spark coming out, putting out the spark in Lo-Fi's eyes, and he's dead back in base. And right now, it's looking kind of chaotic, and DoV Chaos, unfortunately, despite their name, the Chaos not working out for them. They can't seem to find a way back into this all-important Game 5 of this finals here. It started out with them trying to make plays with Sonic Abs, with Grand Starfall, but in the last 5 minutes, it just has been looking messy and chaotic. Like, they're going in one after another. They can't seem to find anything. People are going down, being forced to blow flashes, major spells to try and survive getting caught out, and then they don't have it available for that next fight. And now Baron going the way of SFAD at 20.5 minutes here. They're looking poised to just run into the base of DoV Chaos here. They've got a more than 10,000 gold lead. Their item lead is absolutely massive as well. Now we do see the Titanic Hydra completed here for Jaster as well. The Muramana, pardon me, for Rookter completed with the Trinity Force as well. And looks like he might actually go the Leandries. He's got the Haunting Guys, which can definitely stack up. And Northwolf 2-0-9 on this Lux with the Luden's Echo. Well, that's just gonna hurt. They can siege for days here with the Baron buff. I'm expecting those turrets to just drop here like rocks. They're opting for an interesting 3-2 split here with the minions as well helping them out. Bot side and mid side, no siege minion in this wave. They've got to wait for the next one here. And Lo-Fi Warden taking a lot of poke, already dropped to 60% here. The benefit is at least they've got these choke points for the traps, but it might not be enough. They're just going to walk right in. They don't care about the trap. And we do see Sonic Abs now going to that bot side, the cleanse to try and get Rookter out. Will he be able to get out safe? Yes, he is, and they're trying to chase for now. And oh, Dolphin Juice, unfortunately, trying to guess where Rookter would go. Does not manage to do it. Does manage to survive, though, get back out to base. But that's their inhibitor down in the mid lane here. And oh, Dolphin, he netted the wrong direction. The 90 caliber net sends him right back into the waiting, loving arms of Jacer. And they're gonna lose their ADC, their support, their inhibitors, and potentially their base here. It's a desperate defense right now. No ultimates available here for DoV Chaos. They're gonna have to try and mount a defense up their Nexus turrets against 5 members to knock up the flag and drag from Jacer. Gonna be able to catch Shuodog, slow him down a little bit. But that's one Nexus turret down. They're going for the other Nexus turret. Rookter down, just baiting for now. He's gonna come back in. The wind wall coming out. They do find Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi able to just barely get out. Instead, it's Sonic Abs getting feasted on the Nexus in the eyes here. But they don't care about it. They're just going for kills instead. Rookter just pumping out the damage on the back end on this Ezreal. The haste in the hole does find Northwolf finally, but finally the Nexus goes down 8-22. The most one-sided game to end the most even best of 5 series we've seen all playoffs, I think, actually. SFAD and DoV Chaos. It's so unfortunate, but we crowned SFAD the returning champions. Welcome to the new Demacia champions, the old Demacia champions, Scarlet Fox's Atomic Desperadoes. And game 3 here was just, from the very start, SFAD just winning that level 1, just snowballing it. DoV Chaos just didn't stand a chance, unfortunately for them. You hate to see it, but it is what it is here, as they just couldn't find anything whatsoever to get back in the game. And that was after such a hard-fought best of 5 back and forth for games 1 to 4, where anybody could take it, and all of a sudden, just one mistake, level 1, you do the level 1 invade, you get punished for it, and all of a sudden, boom. That's the series, that's the game, that's the entire season. That being said, DoV Chaos playing amazingly well there. They really, anyone could have won it, and DoV Chaos came within spitting distance there of getting the championships. And with that, congratulations to Cassidy, Jaster, Unknown Temptation, Rookter, and the North Wolf. Despite lots of roster changes, despite a late start to the season, they do manage to close this one out again. And with that, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, folks. The summer split is over as Demacia finishes their finals. All 3 champions have been crowned here. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you for participating in the league, for coming and watching the games as well. It's been an absolute blast, and hopefully we'll get some news coming out from Doki for the win there in the coming weeks, for some information about the fall season. And I certainly hope that I see all of you next fall. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you all, and have a good break.